Day 547 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 3217, delete nodes from linked list present in array. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given an array of integers nums in the head of a linked list. Return the head of the modified linked list after removing all nodes from the linked list that have a value that exists in nums. All right, y'all. So that sounds pretty simple, but let's take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input nums equals a linked list 1, 2, 3. Head equals a nums equals an array of integers 1, 2, 3, and head equals a linked list 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The output is 4 and 5. Explanation says we remove the nodes value 1, 2, and 3. So we remove the nodes from this linked list that appear in nums, right? So since 1, 2, 3 appears in nums, that means we need to remove 1, 2, 3 from the linked list. After removing 1, 2, 3 from the linked list, we're just left with 4 and 5, and that's why our output is 4 and 5, a linked list 4 and 5. Boom. So just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. So in example 2, our input nums equals an array of integers 1, head equals a linked list 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The output is 2, 2, 2. So once again, we remove the nodes with a value of 1. So we have 1 in our array of integers nums. So that means we want to remove all of the ones from this linked list over here. It's a 1 right here, it's a 1 right here, and it's a 1 right here. After we remove all of these ones, we'll be left with 2, 2, 2, which is our final output, and that's how we got 2, 2, 2 as our output. So let's take a look at example 3, where they try to throw a trick question our way. So in example 3, our input nums equals an array of integers 5, head equals a linked list 1, 2, 3, 4. The output is still 1, 2, 3, 4 because no node has a value of 5. So as you can see here, nums is equal to 5, or an array of integers, and 5 is the only integer. But as you can see, there are no 5s over here. So since there's no 5s over here, we don't have to remove anything. And since we don't have to remove anything, we could just return the linked list as it is with 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Solution is not that difficult at all. Now, the first thing we are going to do is we're going to create a dummy node that points to the head, and this is going to simplify the deletion logic, especially if the first node needs removal. So we're going to declare a variable called dummy for dummy node. We're going to set that equal to list node, and then we're going to open up the parentheses. We're going to say 0, comma, head. Boom. Then we're going to come underneath that, and we need a pointer to traverse the list. So we're going to declare a variable called cur. We'll say colon, then we'll say list node, put the question mark, and we'll set that equal to dummy just to start. Sorry, y'all, that should be a dummy. I mean an M, like that. Boom. Then we need to convert the nums array into a set, which will help for a big O(1) lookup when checking if a value should be removed. So we're going to say let nums equal set, open up the parentheses and pass in nums. Boom. Now we need to traverse through the list. So we're going to come underneath this and we're going to say while cur does not equal nil, we're going to open up the brackets. And we're going to start by looking at the next node. So we're going to declare a variable called next, set that equal to cur question mark dot next. Boom. Then we're going to skip over all consecutive nodes whose values are in whose values are in the num set, and keep moving next forward until we find a node that should be kept or that is not in nums. So for that, we'll say while nums dot contains, open up the parentheses, next question mark dot val question mark, -1 just for a default value. Then we're going to come outside of this, open up the brackets, and we're going to set next equal to next question mark dot next. Boom. Now we need to reconnect the current node to the first node that isn't deleted. So we could come underneath this and we could say cur question mark dot next equals next. Boom. Now we're going to move forward in the list by saying cur equals next. And finally, we need to return the new head by coming down here, and we could just say return, return dummy dot next, y'all. That should be all she wrote. That's all the code right there, or it should be at least. Let's see, make sure it runs properly, and it does. So let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure this thing is still running properly after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 92 milliseconds beats 90% of users. Not too bad, not too bad at all, y'all. So with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.